Good evening, everybody. Welcome back to the Angry Cast and Fallout Shelter 2021. I wasn't actually sure I was going to do this, but I see a lot of comments on the old videos, especially the ones including information on how to get Mr. Handies and Lunchboxes and Nuka-Cola Quantums without spending money, your real world money, on in-game purchases. And I felt maybe we needed to do another an update, because those were from 4, 5, 6 years ago, those videos, and can't believe people are still playing this game. It's a great game. I can't lie there. But they haven't put anything new into the game since probably they introduced all of the quests and all of the themes. So it's not like there is a helpful hints. You can send dwellers to explore the wasteland. Drag a dweller outside of the vault and give them supplies to start off their adventure. Thank you, Mr. Tip Boy. But they haven't had anything since the questing and the themes and all that stuff. So I don't really know if it's just endurance of a game that's really great. Because once you get through all the quests, what more is there to do? And we will talk about all those things as we go. I will say that I'm going to base the thank you. Excuse me. I'm going to base the longevity of this series on whether or not I have interactions, views, engagement from you, the viewers. So we're going to just kick it off with one video, and then we will see how we go from there. So here we are, a brand new vault. We have not done anything with it. We've got, if you've never played this game before, my gosh, where have you been? You see the little gear here, it tells you that there are 8 dwellers waiting to get into the vault. It gives you an entrance and 3 elevator shafts, one elevator shaft with 3 floors. We have no lunch boxes on the little pip boy here will tell you these things. Quests, we have to install the Overseer's office, that comes much later. We have 3 objectives right now, which is to successfully rush a room, send a dweller to the wasteland, and assign 2 dwellers to the right room. And yes, we will get into more information about it. Everything else here, this is your storage, which we have nothing right now except for 10 spaces, which will get filled up pretty quickly if we are lucky. And then we have our, these are all the things you can collect, our collectibles. There's tips. There's stats that tells you that's very, very, very good information there. And I love the music. You gotta love the music. So here we go. Let's actually do something here real quick. There we go. A little bit better. So let's talk about the basics. The resources. Food, water, and power are the 3 things that keep our vault going. The food is important because it keeps dwellers healthy. And if you run low on food, they begin to lose health. If you have water, it's clean, it's great. But if you don't, you start to run low on water, and your dwellers will become irradiated, and they will start to take damage, which means that there will be less health and more radiation. They will go to about half, and then, you have only half health if you have to fight off anything, which isn't great. Then also power. Power, you cannot run the vault without power. So there is a very, very big balance between your 3 things up at the top, which is, power, food, and water. Without power, nothing else works. I would say the second most important thing right now after power is water, because we don't have any stim packs. We can't heal, or we don't have any right-of-ways. We can't heal anybody or keep them from being irradiated. So water, healthy, clean water, is essential to keeping our dwellers healthy. And I mean that because if they don't, no matter how much food they have, if they don't have clean water, they will begin to lose health in favor of radiation poisoning, and then you're screwed. So power, then water, then food. Now, let's start talking about rooms. We have to build some rooms. We cannot let any of these people in until we have living quarters. And most people will tell you, don't build your living quarters on the top floor. I say that's not true. I say build your living quarters on the top floor, because eventually we will put our people there to fight off the raiders and the death claws and everything else that comes in the door to get us. And having them there away from your resource rooms is a very, very good policy, because resource rooms will be attacked resource rooms won't be collecting or making any resources, and you will lose resources, and you will further have a detriment to your vault. That's just my opinion. I'm not an expert. I've just been playing this game for 6 years. 7 years? Hell, I don't know how long it's been, but it's been a while. It's been since Fallout 4 came out, so there you go. So let's build a living quarter right up here. Now, boom, you can see already we've got a deficit in power because we have a room sucking up resources and nothing to supply it. So we need to build a power room. Now, power rooms are important because, one, like I said, without power, nothing else happens. Two, for every power room, you have like a 9-block radius or an 8-block radius around it. The power room is important to have touching a room in order for it to get power. And you may say that, well, you know, you have power and whatever else, it doesn't matter. But I want to put power on two rooms on this. I'm gonna do this every floor you see. For now, we're gonna do power and then other rooms and then other rooms. As we get to the point where we can offset having power versus having other options, we can then reorganize our vaults and so on. But I want 2 power rooms for right now, and this is going to be important to us. Outside of that, we need a diner. We'll put that here, and we need water, and we will put that here. So that's all we're going to build for right now. That's all we can build really right now because we only have like 200 caps, and I think it's 150 to 175 to get these things going. Now you can see we have some power going now because we just installed the power. We have some power left over. It's going to dwindle as we get people in here. And it's very important to have people working in rooms. If they are on coffee break, if they are wandering around, if they're in a storage room that does not have any resources being produced, they will just suck up power. So let's look, now that we have all these rooms built, let's look at our dwellers that we have out here. We've got our dweller listing, which is really nice and handy. As the game went on, it became more and more important to look at these things. You can see everybody's about half happiness, 50%. That's because they're standing outside. Not a problem. It will become important later on if you have people standing out there and you have people inside the vault, because your overall happiness will be based on everybody, not just those inside the vault. So as we have everybody's at level 1. We got a nice healthy mix. We've got about 1, 2, 3, 4 ladies and 5 gentlemen, or 4 gentlemen? No, we got 5 gentlemen actually. We may have to build a bigger, more dwelling space if we want to include everybody else, because I think we are at a limit. But let's look at, more importantly, their special. This will determine what room they are going to be best suited for. And as you can see, we can sort by your different perks or your special, and you can see where people lie. So Joseph Anderson, he has got a huge, gain on people who are having strength and will be working well in the power room. So we're going to put him definitely in the power room. Let's see if we can identify him in this list of people. Oh, we got another person here. Holy cow, we got 10 people. It's getting big in here. So let's get him there. And let's check out the next person. See who's got Catherine Miller. She is right there. You can click on them and they'll take you right to that person in the vault. It's very good for identifying where people are if you need to move them around. Like that. Okay, we've already completed an objective by assigning 2 people to the right room. Now, assigning people to the right room is very simple in a sense, because if you grab them and drag them, you can see the corners of the room turn yellow or green. Yellow means, it's okay, it's not the perfect situation. If they turn green, there you go. You see that they are more suited to that room. Now, let's actually look at Miss Christina Perry. Okay. I wouldn't, in 1,000 years, I never would have thought about that. Okay. She is pretty high in perception. Let's check the perception. Lawrence Berry is even higher. These two are going to be great for our water room, because water is a perception room. You can see as you hang over top of it what the letter is. It says what's the best thing. Strength for power rooms, agility for food rooms, and perception for water rooms. So let's drag Mr. Larry Berry. Is that his name? Larry Berry? Larry Berry. There you go. That's the title of the episode today. And then we have Miss Christina Perry with Larry Berry, the Perry and Berry team in water rooms. I'm saying water rooms. I don't know why I'm saying it like that, but let's keep going. Now we need some food. Now we got those two things figured out. What's our food situation here? Let's go to agility. Jack Price. Hello, Mr. Jack Price. The price is right for this room right down here. You can see A5. There we go. And then who else is good in agility? Nobody else is really outstanding in the way of our... Actually, and you can also sort them by job, too, so we see who's waiting. But we want to sort them right now by their agility. And we got Jack Price is in the diner. Randy Powell, you're as good as anybody going into there. Well, there you go. Randy Powell. Now that we've got... Okay, we've got 2 people in each of these rooms. Let's check and see if we have anybody else that's got great strength still waiting around. Alexander Anderson. Mr. Anderson. We will drop you into a power room over here. And anybody else? Power room. Spectacular Miss Christina Price. Christine Price, sorry. You can go into the other power room. So we got the you know, let's see who gets there faster, the girl team or the boy team. I'm betting on the girls. Anyways, so these people are all happy. Our vault happiness has gone up to 63%. That's awesome. I did, however, make a slight mistake in that I should have cleared out this objective to see what the next one is. And it's collect 50 water, so we kind of got lucky there. You kind of want to clear out the objectives before you do anything else, because the next objective might be something that you can do right then and there. If you do a couple extra things like move some people around, give them outfits, give them weapons, you might have not hit what's in the objective because you don't know it yet. Right now, we've got 2 objectives for lunchboxes, which is awesome this early in the game. Successfully rush a room and collect 50 water. And then we've also got one that says send 1 dweller to the wasteland. Now, as it stands right now, we have maxed out the amount of dwellers we can put in. And we're still getting more. So here we go. Collect 50 water. We're on our way to that. But let's talk a little bit about what we can do next. I can throw a couple of people into this room here. But I really can't because Vault is full of dwellers. Build more living quarters. We'd have to extend this out. We are going to extend it out. That's not a problem. But if we just shove everybody into this room, 2 things are going to happen. 1, we're going to suck down all of our resources because they're just sitting around doing absolutely nothing. And 2, we're going to have babies, and we're not ready for babies yet. We have no, there's going to be no room. And here's the thing. Excuse me as I take a sip of coffee. The baby situation is this. If your vault is at a certain capacity and you cannot add any more people, pregnant dwellers will stay pregnant until there is that ability, that space to have another dweller. So that might be interesting for you as a strategy. Never know. If you're in a situation where you're at a point where the capacity is full, and you have some deliver so many dwellers or whatever babies in the as an objective, you might want to hold off on expanding your vault in order to get that. These are all early game tactics. But for now, let us build another living quarter right next door to that one. We have a little bit of caps, we can do so. Let us take and build. Oh, I might have made a mistake already. Hold on a second. Let me do one thing. Let's bring in. Well, let's not do that. Let's go check our objectives again. We can get ourselves out of this one. Successfully rush room. Collect 50 water. Oh, well, we can't even do that. We cannot build anything anymore. We are out of caps. What we can do is collect those 50 water. Get that done. Get that one objective done, and then that will give us a lunchbox, right? And within that lunchbox, we might be able to get more caps. And once we get more caps, we can then build on. I kind of screwed us a little bit, but not. Only screwed me for time on this. So while we're waiting, let's do this. Let's check and see which other rooms we have as far as rushing capability. Successfully rushing a room will give us a lunchbox. This room, we have a 33% chance of failing. This room, we have a 33... Actually, no. Yeah, there's a 33% chance of failing. So, I mean, it's not too bad. There's a 66% chance of success, but it's 1 in 3 chance of failure, which is not spectacular because we don't have any stim packs, and it could get messy. We don't have any weapons to give anybody, so we are going to hold off on that. Now, you do see that there are 2 dwellers who have leveled up, and if I click these, I will get caps. And I will also, when you saw it, I already see it, don't, I'm getting there. We will get caps, and they will also go up to 2nd level. And if they are injured, they will also regain all of their health, which is a key thing if we're going to rush one of these rooms. I don't want to do that just yet. We're still kind of like talking. So they can sit there for like, you know, right now, because you might have an objective that says level up so many dwellers. So we're not going to click on them just yet. Again, these are early game tactics. As you get further down the road and you have more things going on, you can just click around the board and get them. I wish, and this is for future game stuff, I wish Mr. Handies could level up dwellers, because it would save you a lot of trouble having to manage all of this stuff. So, that being said, we do now have 206 more caps, because we collected resources, and if you do really good on collecting the resources, you sometimes get caps because of the people in your neighborhood here. Like, we got a good agility guy, and we got a good good agility guy anchoring that team, and over here we've got great perception anchoring that team. Up here we've got pretty decent strength, and over here we've got a monster here, Mr. Joseph. I don't want to click him, Joseph Anderson, because he's got a high strength, and he probably did some caps for us. I didn't check the when it happened, but now you can see everybody's starting to get leveled up, and I'm not going to touch that. So I will going to build. Actually, no. Before I let these people in, which I could, I want to talk about 2 more things. One, up the top you see our power and our food and our water. This line down the middle is what we need to be in good shape. The vertical line is what you need to produce in order to stay okay for the consumption. Everything beyond the right of that vertical line is how much you actually have. So we could sit here, leave the vault, go away for a while, leave this here to collect and not do anything with it, and over time our vault dwellers will suck up the rest of the resources beyond that green line. Or, well, it's all green, but that vertical green line. If we don't come back, we eventually will start to fall below that. But as soon as we collect it, we probably... sorry. Once we fall below that, then we will start to lose... We'll go into the red, and then eventually dwellers will start to lose health. The second thing I also want to mention. Early on in the game, we're going to have... As soon as we, I think, open up the ability to build a med bay... and this is only in regular. Survival's not a different thing altogether. That's every 90 seconds something happens. But the regular vault will have unlock the room for medbay. Once that happens, I think that's when you start to get an attack from raiders. And because you can produce stim packs, they allow you to do it. It's a game mechanic. It's a tutorial thing. You know how those things work, playing games like this. But what I will say is that the second thing I wanted to say was, when you do have an attack, when you do have a disaster, an accident, whatever, an incident if they would call it, don't be so quick to add stim packs to your dwellers to bring them back up to full health, or rataways to bring them back up to full health. Because if long as you can continue to move along in your game without having more incidents, like no rushing and anything like that, it becomes they sort themselves out. Being in the vault and having access to clean water and good food will eventually reduce the radiation and will also bring their health back up. So don't waste your stim packs unless you actually need to, because you have a bad situation happening, like you're in the middle of an incident. So it's very important, because you don't have a lot of stim packs early on. Those things are built up over time. So it's managing the resources. This game is all about managing resources and inventory management in a sense. So those are things to remember. Okay, now that is said, I'm going to rush this room because, one, I'm going to pick this one because I have plenty of power. One, these two can level up, so if I do have an accident, I can level them up and get their health back up. And two, because I got one guy in here that's really pulling the weight, I think I can get away. I can get away with it. So we're going to try it. I have a 1 in 3 shot of failing, but probably going to fail. But we'll see. Let's go for it. Woohoo! And we get 89. We get 33 caps for doing it right. Here we go. Success! We successfully Rush that room. That gives us a lunchbox. We will claim that lunchbox to get that out of there, and it will give us collect 50 food. That's another quest, or another objective, I'm sorry, for 25 caps. Those are little easy peasy ones, but, you know, just can do on the fly. And let's see here. We collect our water. That gives us 40. We have one more to get another lunchbox. We have one. We will open up the lunchboxes toward the end. Now that that is done, I am going to extend the power generator on both sides. For a simple reason being that I need to bring in 4 people and I only have 2 slots. And I don't want to put them in here because that sucks up resources. I'd rather have them creating resources than using resources. So we'll put that one there. So let's see what we have going on here. In our waiting outside, we have 4 people. These 2, yeah, they're not the greatest of situations, but we will put them in there because they will still be able to produce as it is. So let's put all 4 of these people into they're not, you can see they're not the great. She's okay here. So room unlocked. Now that we have 12 dwellers, we've unlocked storage room. Not going to open up the storage room yet. We have nothing to store at this moment. I mean, I will unlock it, but I'm not going to build one. The storage rooms are great because as you collect stim packs and rataways, now they're going to tell us that, you know, this is what's happening. This is true. We are low on food because we have more dwellers than resources, and it's going to continue to be a managing that red-green's expectations because we have more power than we do have food to produce. We have more people in rooms than we have food to produce. Because if we were, you know, we could extend this out. We only have 14 caps, so we can't. Our vault happiness is up to 70%. That's great because the people outside were contributing negatively by sitting there at 50%. Now they are contributing positively. As you can see, the little green happy faces that fly up from our lady here is telling us everything's cool. There we go, 48. We got to just do that one more time and we get our extra lunchbox. And then we will talk some more about what's our next steps. As you can see, we are still sitting at 3 of these objectives. Collect food, send a dweller to the wasteland, and collect water. We will do the send a dweller to the wasteland. It's a simple thing. You don't have to do much. You just have to send them outside the vault and bring them back in. It counts. I remember in the survival series, I did that with a guy named Scotty Lee. I sent him out to the wasteland and let him go out there for a while, and then brought him back in. I'm not going to do that right now because I need them working in the vaults. I don't have any extra people. So there you have it so far. We're doing really great on water. We're still really good on power because we have 2 full rooms making power. It's our food is the problem, but we're going to take care of that. The next 2 rooms we built are going to be an extension on the food and the water to counteract that. Now, again, like I said, once you have to keep, 50% of your vault resources should come from power. The other 50% can be split among those 2. For now, as we get on more rooms, they will become important to divvy that up some more. Power is still going to be your heavy majority that you need to be making. Then water, and then of course food, like we've said before. Now, where are we at? There we go. Food. 16 food out of 50. This is great. We're doing great. Everything's very good. Now, this next thing I want to tell you, and I've done this before with tips, and I was thinking about maybe I should mark the tips with, I did with a caption on the screen before. I was wondering if now we can do chapters in YouTube videos. I was thinking about that, but I don't really know if that's necessary. I'd rather you watch the video from beginning to end myself, but that's just me. All right, we're going to complete that objective, get that lunchbox. We got 2 lunchboxes now, and now we have sell 1 weapon or outfit and still collect 50 food and send a dweller to the wasteland. Let's send a dweller to the wasteland. You, sir, you're going to just go outside for 1 second. Go, Joe. All right. Once he gets outside, we will bring him back in and put him back to work. That'll complete that, and we will have gone through the last original objective we had, and then we will talk about other things. There goes Joe on his quest. We got the objective. Let's recall him. Actually, let's see what the next objective is before we do that real quick. Level up one dweller. See what I said about not bringing them, leveling them up right away? It's always best to prepare for those extra objectives that might come up along the way. We still can't build anything right now. We're going to get a bunch of caps, I think. We're probably going to get close to 1,000 caps, just guessing out of these lunchboxes. Guess you didn't get anything, but that's okay. It's best, if you are in early game scenarios, to bring your peeps back in and go right back to a room instead of leaving them on coffee break. Because again, as we've said before, coffee break, it does not do you any good. They suck up resources and they don't contribute anything. Okay, now, what should we do with our rooms? Let's get us out of this situation first. It gives me time to think. Okay, it also gives us to the objective. Let's level up you. That gives us another lunchbox. We've got 3 lunchboxes so far. And we can equip a dweller with an outfit. That's another reason why I haven't opened up the lunchboxes yet. Because once I get a weapon or an outfit, I can hopefully, if I get one, equip them with the outfit, and then we can even sell it or keep it in one or the other. It contributes to another objective, as I've said before. I always want to try to keep contributing to objectives. Now, once we get into late game scenarios, and I will talk about that in 1 second. Let me get some more coffee. Okay, once we get into late game objectives, they become less. You know, our goal right now is to stay alive. My overall goal is to show you that, again, you don't have to spend your money on in-game purchases to get things like Mr. Handy's Lunchbox and Nuka-Cola Quantums, because we will have plenty of those things as we go along, and we will talk about that, why that's a big thing. But for now, that 41 cap situation is early game problems. Our mid to late game problems will be gone with that, because we'll have 999,999 caps. I can assure you that that will be the case as we do it. And because I said in earlier videos, do all the objectives early on, get all that caps, because that's going to help you. As you open up lunchboxes, you get extra caps. That's fine. But when you get into those late game situations, doing those for caps are kind of like, whatever. If they're easy to do, do them. Otherwise, kill them, and you can kill an objective a day without having to spend any Nuka-Cola Quantums if you have them. You can get rid of one objective per day and then get a new one. And then, look at that one. For caps, when I have 999,000 caps, I don't really care about doing the objectives, unless they are for Mr. Handy's, for lunchboxes, or for Nuka-Cola Quantums, because otherwise I don't care. It's just that you don't really, I mean, it's no big deal, because you cannot have any more caps than 999,999 unless you get them from a lunchbox. It adds to it, but still, even if you go over 1 million caps, what's the difference? You're never going to use them all. I mean, you can totally tear down the entire vault and rebuild it again if you wanted to. You know, that's an easy thing to do. Where are we at right now? We are a little bit shy of collecting that 50 food. We have probably two more, yeah, 8 and 8, 40. I have 3 more. So we will, I'm not going to rush it. There's no reason. And that's, again, there's no race. It's not a race. Don't hurry. Take your time. Enjoy watching your ants and your ant farm. Let them do their thing. It's not that big of a deal that the game goes on. There's no, I got there first, or I got there quickly. This game is for your enjoyment. Don't make it a job. As I say, recording for YouTube, that is a kind of a job. It's not, though. It's about managing resources, strategy, your brain. You get to, get those synapses firing, doing all that, and you're enjoying yourself. As I do. I do enjoy playing this game. It's kind of like pointless, in the other 2 vaults that I had that were like fully open, to have 200 vault dwellers, which is the limit, and then, just there. Because then it's kind of like, I go in there, peep around, see if I have an objective. And that's kind of what happened was with the game, in that they added in other features like the Overseer's Office, the crafting workshops, and the quests themselves out into the wasteland. And that gets into the heart of my argument about buying things with your own money to get them in the vault. You don't have to. When this game came out on mobile devices back in like whatever year that was. Oh, we've got a problem here. Look out. There's a room on fire. They got it under control. I wish that wouldn't have happened until I had an objective for it, but oh well. And again, we can look at this room. Nobody got injured, really. If they were injured, we'd see it over time. They would come back up, and hopefully I can show that to you at some point. Whee! We got 2 more collections on the food. Now, back to my initial conversation. And I apologize for me being very heavily worded. We should be having fun, but there's not much I can do right now. Hell, if you remember the old videos, I used to talk for half an hour about nothing, things in my life, and then you would just sit and, because we had already done everything, there was no big point to it. Once you saw one quest, pretty much everything else was nothing. So it was easy for me to just sit there and ramble on for a half an hour, as I am doing now. But when the game came out on mobile devices, you had nothing but what was happening inside the vault. You had rooms, power, water, storage, medical science, whatever. And that was basically it. You could just watch everything, everyday life in the vault. You could train up your peeps, do all that stuff. Not a big deal. Everything that was going on inside the vault, you had to manually do anyways. If you got a Mr. Handy, you put them on a floor, they would collect all the resources. Cool beans. But they weren't just handing them over. It was just something you would get either as an objective or through a lunchbox or whatever else. They weren't just there growing on trees. As the game evolved, and when they got to a point where they saw, well, we've got users playing the game, and they've done everything they can do, what else are we going to do with the game? Just keep it going? No, we got to evolve. We got to keep people playing. Because once you start to get to that, and you watch your servers and you see how many people drop off, you start to say, hey, why are people playing anymore? It's no longer fun. They've done everything they can do. What they did then was they introduced the questing system, which the Overseer's office assigned quests. You could send people out to the wasteland and they could go do stuff. They could be out in the wasteland and they could find places, and then you could go right into a mini quest, those types of things. That introduced a whole nother aspect of the game. Now you were spending more time outside the vault than you were inside the vault. And the problem with spending more time... Ow, I just banged my elbow off my table. This problem with spending more time outside the vault than inside the vault is that you don't have the ability to, collect these resources like that. Because you do them manually without a Mr. Handy. That became a problem because as many people were spending in the game, and that clock starts running really, when you go out to the wasteland, you're still in the game, so the clock's still running, and these resource rooms are collecting or are ready to be collected, but there's no collection going on, and people are still using those resources. So it became like, oh, I bet you, I can only imagine, I'm not an expert, I can only imagine that through testing, game dev testing, as we would say, the developers found out that, oh, our questing system has broken everything that happens inside the game. Because now people are dying and they don't know why. If you're playing survival, they die forever. If you're playing regular, they die, you have 24 hours to revive them, and it costs you 2,000 caps. So I think at that point they decided that maybe we should start to introduce a more manageable vault situation inside than out. And I think they just started offering Mr. Handies as and Nuka-Cola Quantums to get you to that point. To get you that early game stuff. It's like, oh, when you're ready to go questing outside the vault, here's a bunch of Mr. Handies to watch your vault while you're away. I've said that several times over the years, and I think that's exactly what happened. I'm not an expert. It's my opinion. But I can't see any other reason why. Because I can only imagine that why would they just... I was getting when I started a new series after they did the whole, questing thing, I just started getting Mr. Handies left and right. And as you saw in the early, if you go back and watch the earlier videos, if you start from beginning to the point where I get to, I think it's like episode 29 or so, on the Mr. Handies, don't buy these, don't buy Lunchbox, stuff like that, I was just getting them left and right. And that was before the move to the questing system. However, I think they were preparing for that. I think at that point that was on the books and they were getting ready. So, that being said, oh my god, we've been talking for so long. Let's get done here. We've got our last objective that's on the board. Collect 100 power. We can do that whenever. Let's open up these lunch boxes because we got to get out of here. So let's do that now. Our 3 lunchboxes. Here we go. 3 lunchboxes. Let's see what we get. We get toy car. Junk that we don't really need right now. Caps. A rusty laser pistol. Great. That's awesome. We get more water. That's great too. Oh, and something big. What is it? Wild Bill's sidearm. Awesome. That's great. We got a gun. We can start assigning weapons to our peeps. Oh no. Big something already. A hardened Gauss rifle. Nice. That's a great thing to have so far. Another toy car. Stim pack. Great thing to have. Caps right now. And a soldier uniform. We can now complete 2 other quests. Or objectives, I'm sorry. Let's go to this one. We get a kitchen knife. Nice. Oh, we got a Nuka-Cola Quantum. We got 5 of them. That's something you don't see early in the game, I don't think. But there we are. A camera. Woohoo! And a victory rifle. I love the victory rifle. If you're watching the Fallout 3 videos right now, and I don't know when this could come out, but I get the victory rifle and I love that damn thing. It's one of my favorite weapons of all time. Okay, there we go. Now, we will collect the water. We have to collect power. Where are we at with objectives? We need to collect 100 power, equip 1 dweller with an outfit, or sell 1 weapon or outfit. Let's go into our... Let's see here. Our power rooms are going to be attacked first. You're on the left side. Let's give you that. Let's also give somebody here. No, we want to do... Oh, that's just for... Yeah, okay. So here we go. Let's go into our items. Our outfits. Give a soldier uniform. Oh, I want to equip it. I can't do it from there. I'm going to have to level somebody up. Okay. No, actually, if you don't click up at the top of their character, you might get around having to... we're going to give you... Let's go look at our inventory. Where's our inventory? Why is it not showing? Is somebody wearing it already? What the hell? I didn't do anything with it yet, did I? No. Okay. Why is it not letting us do that? Huh. Maybe we do have to level them up. I don't know. Okay, we're actually getting in a horrible situation here. We're going to have to do something quickly. Let's just get you there. Let's equip you. I don't know why it's not letting me pick that as an outfit to wear. Maybe he can't wear it. I don't know. I don't know why it's not showing. That seems a little glitchy to me. Not good. Okay. Not good at all. We can give him weapons, sure, but we can't give him anything else. There's that. That's working. Yeah, but we can't do anything with that. Wonder why. That seems very glitchy. Well, we're gonna, I guess what we're gonna do is, I would have equipped it with him for that because it would have given him more strength and that good for our power. I can't do it, and quite frankly, there's nothing really good about that. If I can't use it, I might as well sell it. So let's go ahead and sell it. Oh well, I mean, it sucks, but it gives us 100 caps. All right. That sucks because I want to equip a dweller with an outfit and I can't do it, which really boggles the mind. So that's pretty much where we're at. Now let's fix one more thing before we go. Let's fix one thing before we go. Let's add another diner in here, right there. That gives us more capacity for stuff. And who's got agility that's not in the right room at this point? Agility, diner, Grace. I'm sorry, Grace. You're going to have to get down here for right now. It's probably a better room for you. You were happy there, I know, but I need you down here helping them out. We can eventually get to a point where we can attract more dwellers, or we can grow our own. Who knows? But yeah, that's where we're at right now. I think that's what we're going to call it for this moment because we are exhausted of our, immediate needs. Yeah, I know, we are low food supply. And if we were to rush it, it would be still a 1 in 3 chance, and I don't like those chances. Let's equip the rest of our weaponry to the people in that room because they're going to get they're going to get attacked first if we have a problem. But we're going to head out, and we're going to come back later and have another video. And that's why I want to talk to you. The last thing is about the video structures. I don't, and I hate to, I'm not begging, but I hate to say it, but I don't make any money off these videos. I don't have enough subscribers to get ad revenue, and even ad revenue is not all that great anymore. It's not like the good days of YouTube back when I first started. And I was so unknown that it wouldn't have mattered. I'm not still unknown, so it still doesn't matter. But anyways, I have in the links in description for my TeePublic and Redbubble on the end card. You can go there, you can buy merch. There's stickers, there's shirts, mugs, anything like that. They're game-based, they're pop culture-based movies, TV shows, anything, current events, stuff like that. You can find them in those links and buy them. There's links to other people's stuff where, you know, if better designers than I am, there you go. Every little bit helps. A sticker, $5 sticker, I get maybe 50 cents off of, but every little bit helps keep me running with this stuff. Secondary, I did used to have a Patreon. I don't really use Patreon anymore. There was always those, oh, you know, if you become a patron, I'll name a Vault Dweller after you. I'll mention you in a video, that kind of stuff. Patreon, great, but it's a subscription-based more than anything else. I've only ever had one patron in my life, so it's not really that important. The third option, which is new to me, in the links there is something called Buy Me a Coffee. A lot of streamers use Buy Me a Coffee for tips and stuff like that. You can go to the link, you can say, hey, you know, doing a great job, here's a coffee, like $5. Or you can buy me 3 or 5, whatever. It's a coffee, quote unquote, which I'm drinking right now. But actually it's just a tip jar for you to give me a tip. If this series is to survive, because I have way too many things going on, I need to see that there's interest in it. And that interest is through views, through likes, through subscriptions, and also if you want to see great tips and watch us play and have fun with it, have, you know, the game all over again. If you remember the old days and want to see a new 2021, going to be new tips, new tricks, and everything on that way, then I gotta know. I can't do it with if I don't know it. So buy me a coffee, buy a shirt, buy some stuff. Tell me tell me you love me. Stroke my ego, will you? Yeah. But that's basically what I'm saying, is that in the description there is information on how to do that, and I would appreciate it if you could entreat me that way. Otherwise, just you here watching gives me a warm fuzzy inside. Oh dear Lord! Look at that! Let's see how bad this goes. You can always drag people to another room, help out if they need to. Right now, it's not going great, but they're good. I could level them up if I wanted to. I don't want to until I get that objective again. But I will, this room, to help them out. And as you can see, boom, we're back to full strength on Catherine and Grace. Christine, when you level up, you will get that. You're almost there. You're almost there. But that's all I got for tonight. Thanks for watching. It's an extra big episode, I think, probably about 35, 45 minutes. And that's all I got. If you want to come back next time, we'll do the next set of objectives. We'll talk about longer strategies with the rooms we haven't built yet. Training, how I like to put my dwellers through the paces and then put them in the rooms and then go out into the wasteland. And then hopefully we get some more lunchboxes that gives us more things to do. And that'll be awesome. So for now, thank you everybody. We'll talk to you later. Have a good one. Bye-bye.